Hiya! Welcome back. Video number 2 of the week. This one is about how to multiply using place value and the box method. For those of you who know the standard algorithm, you can do your work whichever way you want. For those of you who are just getting into this, I want you to do the questions this week in this fashion. And if your parents want to show you how to do the other algorithm, go for it. So there's a couple of steps to this. Remember, math is about steps. You can't tell a story by just saying random words and hoping people put them together. So that's why I'm kind of a stickler for you showing the steps. So when we have 3-digit or more times 1, I'm going to show this to you because I want you to start to really get into the idea that this 2 is not a 2. That represents 2 groups of 100. This 4 represents 4 groups of 10. And this 7 represents 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? The 3 is just what it is. So when we only have one multiplicand, one number we're multiplying by, we're going to do it this way. We're going to write down what this number is in place value. So 200 plus 40 plus 7 with the zeros. This is going to seem like a redundant step, but please do it. Over here, we're now going to take these 3 numbers, 40 times 3 and 7 times 3. Again, notice the place value. When you're doing proper place value, you'll see these triangles develop. That's really what we're doing. If we can add them here, it's actually called the distributive law. We can do this. We can pull numbers apart and multiply them. It's also a really good trick if you're multiplying things like, let's say, 84 times 7. You can actually just multiply 80 by 7 and 4 times 7 and then add them together. It's a quick cheat if you need to do mental math. So here, like in the last video, I've got 2 zeros. Do I need to worry about them? No, because that just tells me that we're in the hundreds. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. 2 place values gives me 600. 1 place value, 4 times 3 is 12. Now here you got to think. If I have 12 and 1 place value, where am I going to start this? Well, 12 with 1 0 is 120. So I have to line up my hundreds in the same column. Please be meticulous about that. If you need to draw little lines, do whatever you need. Working on graph paper is one of the best ways to do this because you don't have to draw lines. 7 times 3, well, that's 21. Whew, almost made a mistake. Someone almost got something for free. Now, over here, do you see how we've added them? That's all we have to do at the end. So now I get 1, 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 4, 6 plus 1 is 7. There is my answer. This is the formula I want you to use for those 5 questions that are posted on D2L. Now let's take a look at one that's a little more complicated. Let's go 132 times, hey, whoever said that, I heard you, times 5. That was really loud. Well done. But we're going to make this 15. So I just modified your comment. I know you're not talking to me. Well, maybe you are. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. 132. So we break this down. 1 group of 100, 3 groups of 10, 2 singles, times 1 group of 10, 5 singles. Now, do you see how this gets complicated? We could write these all down, so this could be like 100 times 5, 100 times 10. We could do it that way. But instead, we're going to use that fancy little chart that we used in class to really lock in this whole idea of what place value is. So along the top, I'm going to write these things. So this is my hundreds box. The next one is my 30 box, and this is my 2. Down the side, we're going to split this in half, and I'm going to write 10 and 5. Why I like this is because it really forces you to practice this whole place value setup. So let's just start. Where they meet, that's where we're going to put the answer. And I still do this, and I'm an adult. You're allowed to do it. 1 times 1, well, that's 1 with how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. So I get 1, 1, 2, 3. Next one over, 10 times 30. We're going to hide the place values. 3 times 1 is 3. Good. How many zeros? 2. gives me 300. 10 times 2, I could do that, but I think you can handle this one. Gives me 20. 100 times 5, well, 1 times 5 is 5. Notice how it's all lined up. Hundreds. Be really specific about that. It will really help you out. 3 times 5, see how they meet? 3 times 5 is 15 with 1 0, 150. And 2 times 2 times, not going to make it. 2 times 5 is going to be 10. So, our next step, we get to add these things up. There's lots of different ways to do it. Some people like to add this way and then down. Some people like to add down and then over. I have it lined up kind of pretty this way, so I just like to go straight down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add this way. So this is 1,500. This one here, I go 0, 5, 4. Gives me 450. And over here I get 30. So see how we've collected these things going down. Now we have to collect this way. My recommendation, after many years of doing this, is to take these numbers and just put them underneath. Like so. 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 5 plus 3, 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus nothing is 1. 1,980. So this takes a little longer than doing it the standard way, but for those of you who haven't had this before or are just getting used to place value, take the time and do it. It's how I taught my own kids how to do it, and now they can do numbers that are 7 digits long by 7 digits long with a standard algorithm and not have any issues with it. So that's the box method. Well, it's not really, this is the place value method. This one here is place value. I want you to use them both, except for if you are doing straight algorithms, and then just use those. Maybe try this once or twice. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Let me know if you need help.